Is it possible to be president in absentia?
That's an interesting idea.
Hello.
We'll talk about that. Laura said something.
Laura, how are you?
Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in. I think you can put that one because this one the sound is low. You can put it here. Yeah. No.
Sorry?
So that somebody can hear. Yeah.
Use the last one, so yours?
Let's start.
Let's start, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's also for Facebook.
Welcome everybody.
Yeah, but now the voice is not there.
Rotary meeting. As usual, we'll start with our Rotary prayer.
Hello everyone.
Just to remind us what we are all about.
The sound.
We'll recite it.
This one does not have sound.
First, is it the truth? Second, is it
Fair to all concerned.
Three, will it
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
Four, will
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
and the fifth one for the Rotary Club of Eldoret?
Is it fun?
One. So, we will know much about that. We have a very interesting speaker today, and I'll be leaving to Sylvia to do the introduction. So that I can give her a normal time, and so that I can have the questions later. Over to you, Sylvia.
Thank you, Mr. President. Greetings to you all, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are joining us from, to our special fellowship today. It is the month of October, and October is a breast cancer awareness month. It's a very important month in order to bring awareness to this disease that can be easily prevented or treated through early detection. Now, imagine living in a world where cancer has no power over our lives, where the fear, the pain, helplessness, loss, the anger, we are currently replaced, we hope to be replaced by the answers and the ability to act. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to introduce our speaker today, Mrs. Liz Boss. Liz is the Resource Mobilization Officer at the Maximizing Facts on HIV/AIDS, the Max Factor Foundation. She is an avid youth empowerment ambassador, a Kenyan aspirant, and she's talking to us today from the north of the Netherlands in a city called Groningen. This lady is a warrior. This lady is a lady you can see resilience in her face. She's here to share with us a story coming from what I want to think as the woods. She's been through cancer, she's been through chemotherapy, radiotherapy, and she's all smiles. She's always sharing her story with a lot of passion and encouragement. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Liz Boss.
Yeah, thank you very much. Are you hearing me? Hello? Hello? Unmute. Okay. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, good evening all. Are you hearing me? Okay. It's a pleasure. It's a good evening. I'm so glad to join you today. Yeah, and I would like to share my story a bit, being that it's a Cancer Awareness Month. We can just share and encourage people to go for testing. If you go for testing early, it is good because you can prevent death that can come out from cancer. So that's why we are doing this, just to encourage people to go for early screening. Yes, us who are here in the diaspora, like for example myself living here in the Netherlands, maybe I'm lucky to get treatment for, it is not for free, though I pay insurance, but I cannot lack that treatment. I know I'm going to get it. But those people who are back home in Kenya, there are some people who are dying because they cannot get treatment. What can we do about it? How can we help them? Those people who, they don't have a job, or maybe they spend all their monies through treatment. How can we help them? So if I'm here so that we can see how we can help those people. Yes, I'm lucky because for me, I got all the treatment that I needed. I got the surgery. I was operated on in July last year. After that, I did radiotherapy. Then after that, I did chemotherapy. And now I'm in the last part of rehabilitation program. So you see, it's a lot of money if for example, you are in Africa or you are in Kenya, and how can we help these people who are in Kenya, for example, to get this treatment? How can we empower them? Because cancer is something that can be prevented if you detect it early. Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to know?
Yes, Liz, if you can just share your story, how you got to know you had breast cancer, and maybe also take us through what it is to go through chemotherapy, because back home here in Kenya, when somebody talks about cancer, we already think, oh, that's a death sentence to start with. Secondly, we tend to think chemotherapy is the only option for treatment. So if you can just share your story from when you got diagnosed, how you got diagnosed actually. Were there early signs that some of us, okay, I'm just talking on behalf of everybody else in my club.
Okay.
So like, are there things we should look out for as women and men as well, because we are so aware that breast cancer also affects men? So if you can share a bit of that.
On the part of men, I will not talk much about it because I don't know. All I can say on the part of men, maybe you can just try and go for checkup once in a year. Try and go for checkup for like men. They normally get the this cancer is called what? Cancer of prostate cancer. Yeah, that one. That one you can prevent if you go for checkup. But for women, it's a lot. There's breast cancer, there's ovarian cancer, cervical. So it's a lot. So for women, maybe you can go also for checkup, maybe once in a year. You can do pap smear. It's painful, yes, but it's worth it because it's saving your life. Yeah. Okay, if I can take you back, I felt I was sick like almost 3 years. My body was sending me signals every time, but I didn't know what was happening. Because first I got some rashes on my right hand, on my armpit. And then I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, oh, maybe it's the deodorant that you're using that is causing the rashes. So I said, but I've been using all the deodorant for a long time. Why now? Then that is the first sign that I saw, because it came on the right hand. My breast cancer was on the right hand side. So then the second sign that I saw, I'm just talking about myself, what I saw and what I felt.
Yeah, Liz, yeah.
Yes, and the second sign that I saw, this I'm talking about 3 years back, because I found out in 2019. So that will be 2017 is when I started feeling I'm not well, but I don't know what is happening, but I feel I'm not well. So I also felt like I'm carrying a heavy load in my on my back. Like I was that feeling, like the chest is so heavy, you know. But then I went to the doctor and there was nothing, you see. But I kept on feeling this way for a long time, and especially when I go to bed, sometimes it's so heavy that I just feel like I can't even breathe properly. So I said, okay, yeah, maybe I'm stressed, or maybe I'm overworking or something like that. But those are the signs that I saw or I felt. Then the third sign that I felt also was lack of vitamin D. You see, it started in 2017. So I said, okay, I've been living here for a long time, but I've never lacked vitamin D. So what happened was I just felt like I was very weak to a point that I couldn't do anything. I couldn't work. I couldn't even clean the house. I couldn't my mind was just weak. My body was also weak. So when I went for the blood test, then I was told, okay, it's you are lacking vitamin D. So then I was like, but I normally take some medication daily, because when you live in this like in these countries where there is no sun, you have to at least take some vitamin D every day. So I said, after all these years, 8 years now is when I'm getting this. So that is one of the signs that I saw and felt also. Another sign was in 2017 also, I just started having a lot of abnormal periods, you see, monthly periods. So I went to the doctor, I saw a gynecologist, and I was told, okay, yes, we can give you some medication so that at least it regulates it. But it was too much, so I was like, now, why is it coming right now? And you know, such things, sometimes they happen when you're, like, maybe when you just gave birth, or during that time after giving birth, maybe it can happen. You can have a lot of periods or things like that. But now, at this time, I had a kid, he was 4 years, so it was abnormal to me. So I was like, now, why this now? But I was given a medication to regulate it, so it went a bit well. Then came 2019 in June. Then I just touched something when I went to the bathroom. Mark you, I was feeling so tired. Even at work, I told them that I feel like I don't know what's happening. So they told me, oh, maybe you have a lot of stress, or maybe, you know, we tried to look for many excuses, but it was my body that was sending signals. My body was just sending signals, but I couldn't put my hand on it. I couldn't say which and where, what's happening, where, what is it, you know? Until it was on a Sunday that I touched it myself when I was in the bathroom, and I touched something, and then I decided, oh, what is this? It's so heavy and it's big. So then I just went to the following day. The procedures here is just you go to the doctor, you call the doctor first, and then you go there. And when I went there, then I was told, okay, this process is going to take long. And there are so many people who are waiting in line waiting, so it might take you even 3 months before you are seen by a specialist. So even here in we call it first world country, also there are a lot of people who are sick, so sometimes you can wait for so long. Yeah. But being a believer, I'm somebody who really believes in God a lot. So being a believer, I like, when the doctor touched me and said, oh, you are going to wait like 3 months, I just told my God, kimoyomoyo to inside, I said, God, you're with me. I know you're going to open the doors. So it happened like that. And when the doctor just opened the computer, he said, I've never seen a lucky lady like you. Imagine you can, because first she warned me, and she told me, can you go anywhere for treatment? And I said, there's no problem. I can go anywhere in the Netherlands. I don't have a problem with that. But when she opened the computer, she said, okay, there's chance in 2 days. So I said, yeah, thank you, Lord. It happened like that. So I went for biopsy, and then I waited for 1 week. And that waiting of 1 week is hell also, because you're praying, you're saying, oh, I wish it is not going to be cancer. I am just I'm wishing. You know, I kept on wishing, you know, because the biopsy, when they removed some particles, they say, okay, we are seeing some particles of cancer, but we are not sure, so we have to check it. So when we check it, it will take like a week, so you have to come back. It was on a Wednesday. You have to come back next week, and then we will tell you the results. So yeah, when I went back, and then I just found, yeah, the doctor, the head of the department, and he was like, okay, sit down. Yeah. Anyway, I was not prepared, and I was just told, yeah, you have breast cancer. So first, I gained some strength, and I started asking questions. How did I get it? How, and what went wrong? And I started asking the doctor, you know. I asked so many questions. And when I went into the treatment room, here in the Netherlands, they allow students to see the process and how everything is going. Students who are doing medical, yeah. So they had requested me if I'm comfortable if a student will join in. I said yes, because, you know, through learning, they better their knowledge also, and seeing. Learning by seeing and learning by doing, you know. So when I was told, I got some courage, and I asked so many questions. First, I thought of hair. I said, oh, maybe, is it hair? Did I get it because I used to do put some chemicals in my hair? Is it that? The doctor told me no. Then I was like, oh, is it food that we are eating? No. Is it color? Because I started getting gray hair a long time ago when I was in secondary school. I don't know why, but yeah. I said no. So then, what is it? We are still researching. So that is when I broke down. I broke down, and then the doctor was like, oh, so you are not strong? And I was like, no, I am not strong. I'm just human also, you know? Yeah, so that is how it happened. So another thing that came was, now, how am I going to tell my children? Because when you are told you have cancer, the first thing that comes in your mind is death. Nothing else. You are going to die, you know. Now I'm just going to die. So I was like, now, how am I going to tell my children? And the first thing that came into my mind was my children, nobody else. You know, a mother, you just think of your children first. That one. So that is what I thought of. And also we have a center back home in Kenya, that one of Max Factor. So I also thought of those kids. I said, now, how am I going to tell them also? Yes. And then my family, third. So gathered some strength, told my kids. It wasn't easy. If you see me talking about it, it wasn't easy even to break the barrier, just to talk about it. It wasn't easy. It was very, very difficult. But I just got some strength, and first I told my firstborn, she's also in the area of medics. So at least she's doing medical also, so she can understand a bit. So she encouraged me and said, okay, it's going to be okay. But now telling the other kids was a bit of a problem, because now, okay, my second born now is 15 years, and she just, you know, adolescent, and she just decided, when I told her, she just decided to go. She just walked and cried and went away, you know? Yes, because she just saw death. My mom is going to die. The other kids, they were young then. Also, because my third born is right now 8, but then she was 7. So children, the way they, they ask so many questions. So she was like, hey, now, so mom, you're going to die. So I said, I don't know, but we will see. We will see. Yeah. And the other one that is also sick, so it was just like that. And then I told my family. First of all, I had a sister whom I was very close with, so I called her. Anto. So I told her, hey, when I called her, she was at the center. She just threw. I called her, hello, I have this and this and that. And she just threw away the phone, And so it went. I just had the bang of a phone, poop, down like that. Then I decided to call another sister of mine also. She's in Geneva, also working there, and even her, she just started screaming in the office, and people asking her what is happening. Imagine, she works at the UN and now she's screaming there. Ooh, 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 ooh. And people ask, is somebody dead? No, bad news. So it was just like that. So I said, okay, now I'm done with telling the family now, because it is just crying and screaming and what. So let me deal with it now my own way. So I just decided now we have also an organization here in the Netherlands that I started myself for Africans. So I said, okay, let me tell my family here. Hello? Yes, so I told them. Yeah?
We can hear you, Liz.
Okay, so I told my family here in Netherlands, the Organization of African People, yeah? So yeah, they really supported me a lot. You can't hear? Yeah, they supported me a lot. And then after that I said, okay, I used to work in Kenya, in the slums of Nairobi, like in Mathare, in Soweto, in Kibera, in Korokosho, in Mkuru kwa Jenga, all those, and I have a connection with them. How, if there's something is going to happen to me, they're also going to feel it. So I said, okay, let me just, because they follow me on Facebook, so I said, okay, let me throw it out there now for them. I'm doing this, but I don't know what's coming, I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know what treatment is awaiting. I don't know the news. Is it, are they going to tell me that this cancer is in a state that is not treatable, or, So I just said, okay, let me tell them so that they know. Even if they hear that I am normal, at least they know what killed me, So that's why I just put it out there on Facebook. I said, okay, I have breast cancer and I'm going to go for surgery, but I still don't know when. So about surgery also, I saw the hand of God, because that year I had planned that I was going to visit Kenya, see the children that we support. We work together closely with Samuel Ongare Ndimo, Sami Ngare, the police officer. He's very famous also. He's one of the directors of our center. We work together with a lady called Lynette also. We work together with a lady also called Claire Sunguti. We work together with a footballer, a very well-known footballer also called Tyron. Yeah, Cisia. So I said, okay, I wanted to go to Kenya before I knew the news. So when they were telling me now you have these, they told me, but do you have any plans? That's how the doctor asked me. So I said yes. I had plans. I'm saying, like, And I'm looking down because I don't know why is he asking me if I have plans. Why? So I just said, yes, I have some plans. I have some plans. So it was like, okay, which plans do you have? So I said, okay, I wanted to go to Kenya, visit the organization and see my family a bit. And then so he said, yes, it's okay, you can go. But right now we have, we have so many people, so many people who are online to be treated. So we can only operate you in September. So I said, okay, that's okay. But still, when I came back home, I was so... Rene, please help me here a bit. I was so, like, we were so disturbed. The whole family was so disturbed. We were like, now I just need to go quickly, you know, and be... Are you hearing me? Am I loud? Am I clear? Hello? Hello? Okay, yeah, okay. So, yeah. So it was about my resilience, my pushing on. Like when I was told you're going to be operated in September because we don't have any chance right now. I said to my God, I have chance. In God's hands, I have chance anytime. So we kept on calling the hospital every day, like every day until they got tired of me and told me, no, we told you there is no chance unless somebody else maybe dies before the operation or something like, you know, that it's also bad news. So for me, I just kept on calling them until they just gave me the chance in July instead of September. Because, you know, sometimes when you hear that if you get the news that you have cancer and you wait for so long, it might spread in your body. That's the problem. So that is the problem that my family also, and my people in the ghetto and the people whom we serve here in the ghetto of Nairobi, and my family here, my family back home, they were afraid that maybe if you wait for long also, cancer, it normally spreads so quickly, you know. And at that time also, I didn't know which stage I was. And people are people. People will just start asking you, like, which stage are you? You know, now I'm talking with people. People, if somebody tells you, I have cancer, stop asking first, oh, which stage are you? Or what are you? Because when you're told you have cancer, you don't know which stage until they operate you and remove the tumor and take it for a lab check, which will take like about a month. After that is when they will give you the information. Even you yourself, you don't know which stage. So that 1 month also of waiting again, you're waiting. You don't know, they'll tell you it's stage 4 or it's stage what. But luckily mine came, it was in stage 3. So it was treatable. Then came another question. The doctor asked me, oncologist here, she said, there's possibility we can check if the cancer you have is genetically motivated or it's something else. So I said, okay, yeah. But they ask you, but you have to think about it. It's not something, it is not easy. It's not something you'll just say, yes, okay, the doctor tells you, we can check this, and then you just say yes now. No, you have to think about it. They give you a week to think. So I thought about it, and because they told me if it will be genetically motivated, it is something that will be bad, because it will mean that all your children will be going for tests like once in a year, you see. So that is also, it is so stressful for the kids. So that's how also I was just praying, please, even yes, I have it, but I don't want it to be genetically motivated, something that was motivated genetically. So it didn't come.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
Maybe you can wrap up.
Yeah.
Soon. Yeah.
So when the test came, it wasn't genetically motivated, it was just a hormonal cancer, yeah, which was treatable. Yeah. So how do you want me to wrap up, Sylvia? About chemotherapy or?
No, I think, no, if you allow me, Mr. President,
Sure, Sylvia.
shall we just like go straight to the question so that Liz maybe picks from what she had not said?
Yeah.
But I'd also like to recognize all the people joining in. We have people from Geneva, we have somebody from Germany, we have our Askari Dibinadamus.
Yes.
Sami,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining in. It's about breast cancer awareness. I'm so passionate about it. I'm sorry, I'm taking over from Liz, but it's Liz's day.
No
My day
problem.
will come and I'll tell you more. So maybe, how do we do it, Mr. President? We type the questions or people shoot wherever they are?
People can type.
Yeah.
And or if anybody, if there are not too many, somebody can just shoot up and just ask.
Would like to start? Brenda Wawaka, thank you. You're joining from Nairobi. Alicia, I appreciate it so much, guys. Would like to start? Maybe I can just ask Liz, because you mentioned you had like the subtle signs for 3 years. So
Yes.
is it very hard to diagnose breast cancer, or is it that also the healthcare providers take too long to act? Because I can imagine 3 years is a long time. By the time they realize all the symptoms you had, like in 2017, were actually giving signs for breast cancer. Is there a lack of information in the healthcare? Because I think if it was found in 2017, for example, they would have found it at stage 1.
Yeah.
Just wondering.
I wouldn't say that there's laxity in healthcare here in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, we have the best, in fact, one of the best healthcare in the world. So I would say that cancer is just a disease that is kind of devilish because it hides, you see? It hides, and detecting it is very difficult unless you just put it as a mandatory that you will be going to check yourself every year. But then again, you can say, okay, I will be going to check myself every year, and maybe you have cancer, maybe cancer of of these internal organs. It is very difficult to know. But this for the breast, you can check it and know and save your life early, or for cervical or ovarian, those ones, or prostate. So it will just take it takes a person. Put your health first. It is you. Decide, what do I want with my health? You just go to the hospital and put it in your calendar that every year, like now it's Cancer Awareness Month, go and get checked. Check your breast. With the breast, it's very easy to detect, but we ignore it a lot.
Thank you.
Yes.
I would also like to appreciate our young doctor, Dr. Agnes Chepkorir, joining us from Nairobi. Liz Okumu, joining us from Rome. Asante sana. Any other questions, guys?
Yes, Julius Barno asked the question.
Yes. Let me ask an illiterate question.
become quite prevalent recently. And I still wonder why. What is it about our lifestyle or our present moment that disposes people to cancer? I know there are very many. For example, what were you told caused the breast cancer? Like I said, it's an illiterate question.
It's not illiterate actually. If you're listening, when I started talking, I said the doctor said they don't know what is causing cancer at the moment. They are still researching. That is what they told me. Even myself, I wanted to know, but I know that there are some cancers that can be caused by smoking, yeah, or too much of alcohol intake. But that one is not breast cancer. That one is maybe lung cancer or stomach cancer and things like that.
Just to help you, Liz,
Yes.
Mr. Barno, as Liz says, we don't really have like one answer to what causes breast cancer. But for example, if you go for gene testing and they find a gene called BRCA1 or BRCA2, then they normally link it to your breast cancer because then you have a gene mutation. And this is normal if for instance you have a family history of cancer. If you have, for instance, if you have a parent who your mother has ovarian cancer or had breast cancer, then you do the gene testing and they find you have the gene mutation. Then normally they link that to your breast cancer. But there are also other factors like smoking, too much alcohol, sedentary lifestyles like not being physically active, for example.
Yeah.
All these are linked to breast cancer, but at the same time, the experts say we still don't have an answer to what really causes cancer when they can't find the gene mutation.
Okay, and if I can add on that, if they find the gene mutation, then it means that okay, what they told me, they didn't find it on me, but they told me if they would find it, they would remove all my ovarian, cervix and things like that. They were going to remove that because it's connected. If it is, yeah, it is connected. So I think anybody who has maybe breast cancer, is better you do the genetic test to find out so that you save yourself early, because if they detect that is connected to that, then they are going to remove your ovaries, because cancer of the ovaries is really very difficult to detect also, and it kills really quickly. Another thing, because we are talking to young people here also, what I was told is if with the doctor, because okay, I went for counseling also before I was told that, though for me I wasn't prepared to get more kids or things like that. Once you start chemotherapy, then if you are 38 years and above, then just forget that you cannot have children again. That one, it's just a gone case. But they said maybe if you're 24, before you are 24 years, maybe you can still have children, because your cells are still going to grow anew. Yeah, so that's also another challenge.
Now that you're there at young people,
yeah,
literature says many breast cancers in Africa Kenya included, Eldoret included, breast cancers are found in young women.
Yeah.
Compared to like here in the West, you get breast cancer is common from 60 years plus, you know. So there must be something about we Africans that exposes makes us susceptible to breast cancer. So it's really important to be breast aware. Do breast exams every day when you're in the shower.
Yeah.
The best thing is knowing your body.
Yeah.
When there's a small change, there's cause for alarm. Don't ignore it.
That's true, but it's really difficult to think that you have this kind of disease, or you have that, or you have. So, you know, when you're just living your normal life, you don't think of that. That's the problem. You do not think that, okay, I may be having this, or. So that's why we come here, just to tell you, it's better you just check your body, make friendship with your body. Check if you feel something, just go to the doctor. Just go to the doctor, and also just be touching your breast when you go to the bathroom. Maybe you can feel something. But about ovarian cancer and cervical, that one you have to do pap smear. When you do pap smear, they take the fluid and in the lab, and then they will tell you if you have it or if you're okay. But do it every year. Just do it every year.
Can I ask another question?
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes, two questions.
Yeah.
Touching. We can help in the touching, but what should we look out for?
Yeah.
What should be what?
What should we be feeling out for? You know, when we say touch, what do you touch?
Yeah.
And then secondly, yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, it's a bit funny. Yeah. Touch, yeah. It's funny, and it's also it's kind of a taboo topic, you know. Touch your private parts. It's in Africa, no.
Like breasts. I mean, what should we feel out? What is it we should feel that's different? And secondly, I have had cases of men suffering breast cancer. How does that happen?
Yeah.
Can I add to that? My name is Joshua.
Yep.
Just similar to that. And what happens to somebody who is a lactating mother? Are the symptoms similar?
Okay. About a breastfeeding mother, I think if you have cancer, you have to just stop breastfeeding and go for surgery. You don't wait. I have a friend who waited, like she was pregnant and she was told you have it, and she said, oh, let me just carry the pregnancy to term, and then after that I will go. When she after carrying the pregnancy to term, yeah, the cancer had spread, and yeah, she's no more right now as we speak. So the moment you find out that you have it, just act on it, even if you are pregnant or what, or just act on it there and there, because you never know. Yeah.
Julius Barno asked about touching. Is your question answered, Joshua?
Joshua, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And cancer doesn't wait. It doesn't know
No.
when you're pregnant.
No.
It doesn't know when you're lactating.
No.
It doesn't know when you have plans to be pregnant. It's
No.
just happening. Even now with COVID, we are focused so much about COVID, but cancer is just spreading.
Yeah.
People are postponing going to hospital, but cancer is not waiting. So my message tonight is be your own champion. Just champion your health. If you feel something now about touching, Julius Barno, touching. You know, as Liz mentioned, if you have that relationship with your body, you will know when there's something has changed. If you touched last month and there was no bump, then you know something is wrong. Something has changed. If you touch and you feel it's painful, then something has changed. If you touch and you feel, and if you touch and you feel some wet substance, like you're oozing some liquid or some blood, then something has definitely changed. That's the touching and the knowing that something is wrong. And then about men. I promised to share my story in 2 weeks, but I can just give you an answer to about men suffering from breast cancer and how it happens. When I came here in March, I'd not seen my neighbors for a few months because I live in Eldoret now. When I met my immediate neighbor, an old man of 72 years old, is about 72 years. He told me, "Oh, why are you here?" So I told him I'm here because I'm seeking treatment for breast cancer. And you know what? He told me I just completed my chemotherapy. Also, I was diagnosed with breast cancer in November. That's an old man.
Mm-hmm.
Now we keep talking, and he talked about. So I asked him, what did they think led to you having breast cancer? Because it's not really common with men. It's there, but it's not that common.
Yeah.
So he said they found the gene, the BRCA gene mutation with him. So that's if there's cancer history in your family, men and women are both at risk of having breast cancer.
Yeah.
I hope to have answered your question a bit. I'm also working to being a pro in this area.
Yeah, and you cannot end the show without talking about chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is very, I would say it's kind of very dangerous. You can die or you can survive. It is dangerous. So those people who are doing chemotherapy out there, give them some respect. It's not easy. It is not easy because after you are from chemotherapy, you lose the sense of smell, the sense of everything, because they've burnt all your cells. So eating is a problem, sleeping is a problem, concentrating is a problem. Seeing, there are some people even after chemotherapy, they will never see again well. So chemotherapy is very dangerous also. It saves lives, but it is very, very dangerous also. That is what I would say. I'm talking about from my own experience. It's not easy. What I went through, it is not easy at all. Yeah. But in this, here in first world country, they also have a cape. It's called a cooler that you can wear. I used to wear it. It helps your scalp. It cools down your head a bit when they're putting chemo on you, so that you don't lose your hair a lot. But still, even that one is very, very, for me, I don't know. If I would do it again, I don't think I will use it again. It was really stressful, and you just feel, it's a cooler on your head. The freezer, let's say the defreezer on your head during chemo. And my chemo was taking like 4 hours because of that defreezer thing. Let me say defreezer so that you understand what I'm saying, on your head. So it's cool in your head. It was really, it wasn't easy moments for me. I would say that. But I thank God I'm here. I thank God I'm past that now. And I thank God the lymph nodes that were taken out. When When you're operated, they also take lymph nodes out of you next to the tumor. So for me, they took out 2 lymph nodes to go and test if it's infected or not. Lymph nodes are everywhere in your body, and they're the ones that spread cancer very quickly. So luckily for me, the 2 lymph nodes that were taken just next to the tumor, they were cancer free. Yeah.
Okay, Liz, that's your parting shot.
I don't know. No, my parting shot also will be about, we cannot end before we talk about COVID. Yeah, COVID is real. COVID is real. People who are watching, COVID is real. Put on your mask, wash your hands, and keep the distance. Though, what I would say about COVID is that COVID can be treated, but cancer, if you don't detect it early, you will die. But COVID, if you get it and you don't have like some ailment in your body, for example, you don't have HIV, or you don't have, you are not old, or you don't have sugar disease is called what, diabetes, yeah, or asthmatic or what, maybe you can survive, maybe you can be treated. But what I hear about people who maybe you are, have been treated from COVID, you are not the same again, like you are very, very tired, but you can survive. But anyway, we don't know what is going to come up next, or what other strain is going to come with COVID or things like that. So for now, just take care of yourself, but also think about cancer, because that one, if you have it and you don't detect, you're going to, yeah, it's gonna just kill you. Especially the cancer that you cannot see, like breast you can feel, prostate you can feel, cervical you cannot feel, lungs you cannot feel. So those ones we can just kill you in, yeah.
Thank you so much, Liz. I don't know.
No, I've not talked about our foundation. Yes, okay. Sorry. We have a foundation called Max Factor.
1 minute, yeah.
1 minute, yes. It's Max Factor. It was founded in the year 2001 in Kayole. Yeah, but right now we are in Rongai. And apparently the owner of the building has said that we have to move out. He wants to maybe sell the building, I don't know. So now we need your help also with that, kindly. We need to move from there this month, actually. We have kids there, they are 24. We rescue children who are infected with HIV, children who are sexually abused, and children who are orphans. Yes, we have other programs, sports programs, and yeah, we have a community awareness program. Like also this program of cancer now is coming in our project. And I've said we work closely also with this. We work with Sami. Yes, Sami also is from Eldoret, in Keses. Yes. Is Kisi, but
your time is up.
Is from Keses. So the people of Eldoret. Yeah.
President, let me recognize the presence of Naomi from Dallas, Texas. We also have Marilina Chien. Did I see you from Hamburg?
Yeah.
Mariana Chien, thank you so much.
Okay. I think we are past the hour. Our Rotary meetings are usually 1 hour to the dot. But I just want to thank all of you who kudos to Sylvia for getting us a very brilliant speaker. Thank you so much, Liz, boss,
Welcome.
for the exciting lecture that you've just given us. I think we'll be checking our breasts now.
Get better.
Check your breast and check for the signs.
We check for the signs as well.
Yes. They may be different, but that is what I felt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've posted our happy dollars. What our happy dollars are is people contribute to the projects that we do. We do quite a bit of projects here in Eldoret, in the larger Northwest. So feel free to contribute to the PayPal number that I have posted there. Yes, I guess that is that. We shall close the meeting. I just want to recognize all the participants that were there. The Rotary Club of Eldoret. We had somebody from Rome, Italy. We had some the Netherlands, Liz, and our host today, Sylvia. We had people from Nairobi, Hamburg, Germany, and Dallas, Texas. If I have forgotten you,
Geneva also. We had some people also watching from Geneva.
Oh yes, from
Yes,
Geneva.
Italy, Belgium.
Italy,
Yeah.
yes.
France. I don't know if you saw them, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
As I was saying, I'm sorry if I haven't acknowledged you. I will make a toast. Usually we do a toast to the president because he's the leader of this country. So to the president, and together with the Rotary Club of Eldoret, people from Rome, Netherlands, Nairobi, Hamburg, Dallas, France. I give you Rotary world over. Thank you so much. You can leave in your own pleasure. We have finished our meeting for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for giving me this chance and for listening.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah. Okay. We've ended the meeting, so yeah, that was it. So I'll read your comments. If there's anything I can you want to ask me now, also you can just ask me. Renee, can you log in your Facebook so that I can share the video? And also you can share the video so that it can reach other people who didn't join. Yeah, share the video, please share the video.
Facebook.
Yeah. Share the video, and if you have a question you still want to ask me before I sign out, you can ask. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I'm back from Zoom. Who is this? Cancer has no age. Yeah. Share the video and with people so that they can learn more. And if you still have a question, you can ask me before I sign out, please. Let me read from here then. Let me read some comment and then, yeah. Proud of you, Irene. Okay, thank you, Irene. Learned a lot about cancer. Thank you, Tyrone. Let me just appreciate the people who are following from my wall. I normally don't have a lot of people, but it's okay. Let me read some comment and then... Irene, Millicent, Tyrone. Okay, thank you, Irene. Learned a lot about cancer. Thank you. And let me just Peter. People who are following, let me watch it from there. Susan Karanja and Lydia Mambete and Maureen Bundi, Nora, my friend, Josephine. Let me, can you? It's doing some echo. Isaiah, Loka, Alexander, Janet Sami, thanks for watching. In Sunshine, thanks for watching. Lotsa Lioness, Josephine, thanks for watching, my friend. Gerald Mwangi, that was my friend way back in Ungana, in Amref, during those days that we used to do volunteer work. So Gerald Mwangi, thank you very much for watching. Walter Fang, yeah. Julie, thank you very much. Julie Nyangi, thank you very much for watching. Annabelle Njeri Wambari, thank you. Carolina Dea, thank you. Lisa Moja from Italy, thank you. Jackie. And who is this? Maurice Lucy, thank you. Lillian Bowen, thank you. Kamene Kalundu, thank you very much, Kamene. You've been so much encouraging. You know, those messages that you've been sending me, I thank you very much. And checking on me, thank you very much, Kamene. Kathy Steven, thank you from Sweden. And Girti Tasha, thank you. Faustina, also a very good friend of mine. Thank you for the encouragement, Faustina. All the messages that you've been sending me, the encouragement, prayers, thank you very much. Mary Akini, my friend from Geneva also, thank you very much. And Vim Van, thank you. Jen Rose Kimati, thank you. Esna Mumani also is a lawyer and also a child activist lawyer, a HIV AIDS lawyer and women's activist. So Esna Mumanyi, thank you very much. She's a lawyer in Kenya. We've worked closely with her when I was still back in Kenya with children and women and, yeah, HIV positive people, yeah. Shiro Jones and, yeah, I think I have mentioned everything, everybody who is watching right now. Millicent, we work also with Millicent. She works in Aga Khan Hospital and she volunteers at Max Factor right now during her free time, during the weekends, I mean. She helps us so much. Millicent Akot Simba, thank you very much. And thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your support.